Hi folks, it's Supervisor George Homan here. I'm here with our Clarkstown Highway Superintendent Bob Milone. This will serve as a storm update on our storm prep for the February storm. It's now February 17th. We're expecting a large snowstorm to come and hit the region starting on Thursday morning. The projections are for anywhere from 6 to 12 inches with some icing conditions depending on the track of the storm. So obviously we're doing an awful lot of work to prepare. We'll have our Highway Superintendent speak a little bit about that. We're standing here in our salt dome, and behind us is actually, so folks can really get an idea of it, it's about 5,900 ton of salt that we've ordered over the past week to 10 days. We've depleted our salt supplies here in the town of Clarkstown through the first number of storms, and we've had to constantly reorder. So we've replenished our salt over the last week to 10 days. It's been coming every day starting over the weekend, and we're near capacity here within the salt dome. So we have plenty of salt to combat this storm and future storms. In addition, we topped off our fuel tanks. We actually found out, obviously, we have to continue to do that, but we had a situation, with delays in deliveries. So it's not just the town that's looking for salt and diesel fuel to operate our equipment. When you have inclement weather across the country, you can have significant delays from the Port of Newark and other places to get salt and diesel fuel. The town just doesn't deal with that. Other municipalities deal with that, and private contractors. So thankfully we're well supplied, well stocked, and the Highway Superintendent has taken the precautions. We'll speak about that the town is ready and prepared to battle the storm. Superintendent Milone, why don't you tell our residents what's been done to get us ready for the storm?
Sure, thank you, George. For the last week we've been tracking the storm. We expect it to hit sometime tomorrow morning around 6:30, between 6 and 8 in the morning. Today we sent our trucks out, we brined all our roads, and we loaded all our trucks full of salt. We have 56 routes. So all the trucks are currently inside under cover, and we're ready to go out tomorrow morning.
And Superintendent Milone, obviously the way we'll combat this storm, the roads have been brined, so at the first precipitation, the snow that's been put down, the chemical, those residue that people see on the road, they look like they're just lines on the road. So the roads have been brined. We don't brine every road, but we brine the problem roads and major roads, so that's done. So when the snow comes,
it doesn't bind to the road.
It doesn't bind to the road. It activates. And then what happens after the first snowflakes? How quickly do you send the crews out?
Once we see a nice snow cover on the roads, we'll send the trucks out and we'll spread our salt. We have to wait for a little snow cover to happen beyond the roads, because if we drop the salt on a dry road, it just scatters and rolls off the road. So we wait for that, nice little cover on there, a white, when we say covered with white, and then we'll send our trucks out and we'll salt in the roads then.
And then ultimately what happens that after the snow continues and a storm like this could be coming at a pretty good clip, and at some point then the crews will go from salting, which takes about 2 hours to salt a route, roughly?
Yes.
So it takes about 2 hours to salt the route, and then they'll start to plow the routes, correct?
Yes, and it takes about 4 hours to plow the routes. So we'll wait till the snow accumulates, and then we'll send our trucks out and we'll start pushing the snow.
Yeah, you want to point to this?
That's the gondolier on that truck.
That truck doesn't have the truck on, but what you wanted to do, you got to figure out what's in the
Yeah.
Good afternoon. This is Councilman Borelli. I stopped by the Highway Department here in Nanuet today to check on the preparations for tomorrow's storm. As the liaison to the Highway Department, I always am interested in what's going on here and observing the hard work of the men and women that work here at the Highway Department. They've done a phenomenal job so far this year. I expect this storm to be no different. The preparation that goes into preparing for a storm, most of our residents don't get to see, but let me tell you, and trust me, that they are ready, and they'll always be ready, between the mechanics and the men and the women and all the preparation of what they do today and always to protect us, and the safety of our residents is so important. So I want to thank them for their hard work.
Supervisor Homan, stay tuned for regular updates. Like us and follow us on my page, Supervisor George Homan, the Town of Clarkstown, and the Clarkstown Police Department page for regular updates on this storm and other future storms. Until then, please be safe out on the roads. Let our Highway Superintendent and his men and women do their job to keep the town running.